I would like to introduce to you Dryden, which is about 4 hours east of Winnipeg and about 4 hours west of Thunder Bay. Within the 11 years we have been living here, Dryden has been growing tremendously. Dryden has a big paper mill, it's a warehouser, and we have a local newspaper which is printed here. We have a lot of shopping, good restaurants, and the big part is hunting in the fall and fishing almost year-round, because in the winter you can ice fish. Dryden has several schools. We have 2 school boards. One is separate school board and the other one is public school board, which the separate school board is St. Joseph's School. Then we have Pinewood School. Then there is New Prospect School, and we have Riverview School. We have a lot of shopping possibilities here in Dryden, and also a few gourmet restaurants. Just to name a few, it's the Riverview Lodge, which is really high class, offers a really nice environment, and then there is an Italian restaurant run by Canadian people though, but the food is extra. Then there's a few family restaurants. Dryden has also 2 golf courses, and we have curling in the winter. And what I forgot to say also, in the winter snowmobiling is a big hit, and almost every second person has a snowmobile. We have the Trans-Canada Highway, which runs through Dryden, and we are located right on the Trans-Canada Highway. Our property is 6.8 acres, and it's commercial property, and I have to admit it's going to be one of the last pieces commercial zoned right on the highway. We belong to the town limit, so everything is accessible within short time. You can either walk or even use the car. It's really not a big deal to reach destinations. When you come into Dryden, you will be seeing the big red heart-shaped open sign pointing to RV park, and then in the summer we try to put some flowers on top of it so it looks nice. The spring can be sometimes a little bit nasty, because then, you know, the cold winters, and it can get cold, 30, 35 below, and then when the wind chill kicks in, then it can get towards the 50 below, but that's only short time. And but what is so nice, when the snow looks like diamonds glittering in the sun, and when it's cold, then of course we have blue sky and sunshine. The summers can be fairly hot and sometimes a little bit on the humid side. When these pictures has been taken, it was about 38, and with the humidity about 47 Celsius. I'm not quite sure how much that is in Fahrenheit. Since we are coming from Europe, we have the metric and Celsius system. The fall is awesome. We have the nice Indian summers, and when the leaves turn into the nice colors, then it's yellow, brownish, orangey tones, and sometimes you see maples up here, and they are of course red. Walter made a special point of putting nice lighting around the campground, and for example, when you come in, and then next to the cabin number 5, there's a really old light post, and I wasn't able to find out how old it was, but we believe that the previous owner bought this from an antique shop or something. And then in the back it looks like a lantern type of thing. Just that it doesn't seem and doesn't look like commercially really type of thing, that it looks personal. Now you see the lower level. It sounds a little bit funny, but because our property is 2 leveled, so we call it the lower level and the upper level. On the lower level we have 4 cabins and a trailer we rent out, and we have maybe about 10 spots or 15 spots on the lower level, and we use it as an overflow, and we rent out the spots on top first because it's more in the trees. We tried to plant trees on the lower level, but somehow they didn't come. They didn't grow. And in the back there you see the building with the laundromats and the showers. And there's also a little, well, I call it the apartment. There's a bedroom and a living room. And the outside Walter uses as his wine cellar where he produces his wine. That's the entrance to get into the building. And about 3 years ago we decided to put in security locks. One of our guests doesn't have the code to get in. He's locked out. And then here we see the laundromats, and we have 3 washers, which 2 are brand new, and 2 dryers, and 1 dryer is brand new. And here are the 2 hot water tanks. That's the entrance into the ladies' showers. There's a double sink. When we came here, that was the first thing Walter ripped out, and we built everything in the men and in the ladies' part. He put a really specific point in woodwork. I believe in the men's there's tiles, and in the ladies he used vinyl. Then the little apartment. When we came at the beginning, we rented out for overnighters, or then we had at one point a long-term tenant. And then we noticed that we became more and more company from overseas, and we needed a spot where we could put the guests to sleep. So we used it then for our own purposes. The men's washroom has 2 double sinks. There's 2 urinals, and then there's 1 toilet and 2 shower stalls. And it's all tile. Walls are vinyl. We have a well, but it wouldn't be enough to feed the whole campground, and it's basically not used. We used it once or twice for our own house, and the campground, the cabins, and the main house is fed by city water. We are also on 2 septic tanks, and usually in the fall we just have to pump it out. There's 2 apple trees, but usually we don't have enough time to pick the apples because customers and guests help themselves. And this path Walter built himself as well, and you see again the natural grass patches where he leaves when there's wildflowers blooming in it. Here's the entrance to go into the office where people come in and register. That's just my artwork. So if you like this campground, it would be great to welcome you here, and we show you around.